What's going on, Star Wars fam? I'm your bro host, Daniel Miller, and Chris Ryans is not here, but apparently he's sending a replacement. This is your quick shot of BROAXIUM, and we are the fuel to jump your comic book fandom right into Lando's
I apologize, I'm a little late. My name is Lando Calrissian, and I'm the special guest bro host for today. You must be Daniel Miller.
You know me.
I watched the show, but I never met you in person. It's nice to finally meet you.
We're gonna go through with this, aren't we?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
So we are the fuel to jump your comic book fandom right into hyperspace.
So you might want to buckle up, baby.
And let's punch it.
On shelves today is Star Wars issue number 66.
But seriously, look at that artwork. Dope!
In the last
In the last issue, Queen Trios and some of her soldiers used one of their mining ships as a battering ram to get into her own castle to get at Leia and the rebels. Queen Trios is watching her world fall apart. She is completely locked out, and this is something she is not used to. She is full of fire, everyone, and it is time to stop Leia from what she's about to do to her world. Now, don't forget, we have Luke and the partisans who are kind of taking things into their own hands, attacking the Spike, but they need one key component to make it all happen for them, and that's a little blue droid. Now, Kieran Gillen has really been knocking this out of the park. We keep saying that about him because he's an amazing writer, and what he has been doing with Queen Trios has been nothing but spectacular. This character has been brought to life in so many great ways. She is a mirror image of Princess Leia.
On your shelves today, we've got Age of Rebellion, Lando Calrissian #1, written by the great and handsome Greg Pak. Our story starts off on Bespin, where the new Baron Administrator Lando Calrissian and his partner, the ever-vigil Lobot, are having disputes with the workers. They're having problems of every kind, they're having labor difficulties, and the only way to get through it is to dip into his "in case I've got to run away" fund. They just got set aside and pay all the workers and buy them all drinks. Good call, Calrissian. Things aren't looking too good financially at Cloud City, so Lando's got to do some underhanded dealings to keep things afloat. See what I did there? One such dealing has Lando and Lobot off to the planet Burning Khan in the Outer Rim, where we meet Magnet Imperium Ron's Fantine, who has a simple job for Lando that would destroy all his financial problems for decades. But does any job that pays so much wind up being so simple? I think you know the answer to that one.
A coaxium now.
Also out today, we have TIE Fighter issue number 2. Now, what makes this book so special is that it ties in to the Alphabet Squadron book that's coming out, and it also ties in to the Han Solo Imperial Cadet book that has already been released. Get it? TIE Fighter? I'll let myself out. In our last issue, our Shadow Wing Squadron was sent to go find out what was going on with the Star Destroyer Celerity. They were not answering any transmissions, and everybody was assuming that it was jammed. They get there, and the thing fires on them. Now, this issue starts off with a massive space battle. TIE Fighter against TIE Fighter. Who is doing what? Are they rebels? Did they take over the Star Destroyer and all of those TIE fighters? Are they defectors? We have no clue, but it must be really confusing. With massive destruction and our Shadow Wing Squadron completely outnumbered, they surrender to those defectors or those rebels, whoever they are. And I'm not gonna tell you, you need to figure it out for yourself. But let me tell you, this isn't the end for Shadow Squadron. They have to take back what's theirs. Now this TIE Fighter comic is something really special. We have tie-ins, just like I said, to the Han Solo Imperial Cadet, which is really heartwarming. And then we also have a feel for these Imperials. Like, they're almost the good guys. Now, if you haven't read Lost Stars by Claudia Gray, I suggest you do, and you really get a good perspective on what it's like to be an Imperial. And thanks again for joining us for another quick shot of BROAXIUM here at Atomic City Comics on South Street in Philadelphia. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Lando. Lando, your mustache,
Who shot who in the what now? What are you talking about?
you're missing your mustache.
Okay. Here I am.
There he is. Anyway, I'd like to give a special thanks to Lando Calrissian for filling in for our own Chris Ryans, who I hope is back next week.
Oh, don't worry, he'll be back next week. No matter how much he misses wearing his cape. Not that it's his, it's Lando Calrissian's cape, not his. So he won't really miss it since it's not his. You know what I mean?
Anyway, we know what you mean, Lando.
That's right.
Be sure to check out our latest episode of Unrefined BROAXIUM, our podcast. We talk a little bit about Peter Mayhew and Avengers Endgame. We are now also on Spotify, guys. Also, we have some huge news, big news. After Rise of the Skywalker, the first film that's going to be coming out in 2022 is going to be written by David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Lando, what do you think about that?
I'm loving it, Daniel. I think it's fantastic news. They've done a great job with Game of Thrones. They're still doing a great job with Game of Thrones.
That they are.
And I can't wait to see what they do in a galaxy far, far away.
Me neither, and I know everyone else out there hopes so too. Also, be sure to check BROAXIUM out on Facebook, YouTube,
Instagram, and Twitter.
and may the Force be with you.
Always. With a Colt 45.